Right, I've cut the rear wall shower board and I'm just going to have a look at it now. I know it's oversized, so it's not fitting fully into the wall recess, but this is it. So it's oversized because you've got metal edge trims down each side, one down here, another metal edge trim going right down the corner of the wall there. So I was hoping I might just get the panel in to look at it, but it won't go. There's a gap at the top of the wall there, and that's pretty tight at that side there. It is sloping from the front to the back, so definitely need to take off 1/2 centimetre or so, I reckon, on the height in order to stand any chance of it getting in there. So I think the next thing is to take 1/2 centimetre off the bottom, 1/2 centimetre off the top, and then see if we can do something a bit closer fit, really, basically. Anyway, we live and learn. This is the back wall template, and I think it's a fairly good fit, really. It's not bad along the top edge. It's not bad down this right hand side. It's a pretty good fit to the wall. And looking at the other side, it's also a pretty good fit to the wall. There are some cutouts here where it's a bit wider, so I'm just going to mark it up again and just mark the points that I think is fine for the width, so we can ignore these bits where I've made a bit of a mess where I've been cutting out the cardboard, like here where it's not wide enough. So back at home I had the time to use the cardboard templates to cut to size, just leaving a little bit of excess around the edges, maybe, each of the 3 shower wall boards, using my jigsaw clamps and a metal ruler to get a straight edge where necessary. After I'd cut at the edges, they just needed a gentle sand down, and a lot of plastic bits left over needed vacuuming away. That's the shower boards I'm using. That's just cutting one of the corner metal trims to go in the shower. Hi, and welcome back to the shower refurbishment again. Now the thing is that the gentleman before who fitted the boat out had used some tap fittings going onto the back of the shower, so he ended up making some very large holes here in the back of the wall, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to put a shower fitting that's got some pipe work and then screws around the edge. So I did go and make some little wooden bongs, like that one's the one for there, sits in there like that. The other one didn't quite make it to the right size. It'll sit in the hole there, but I've got a bit of a gap around the edge, so I'll have to fill that with some epoxy filler. In order to strengthen the wall here, because it's MDF, and I'm going to be holding the shower on with some screws, I'm going to fit a wooden panel that goes on the back. So I'm going to fasten a wooden piece behind there. I've put some screws, I've put some nail, no I haven't, I've put a screw, no I've not, I've even put a drill bit through the wall there to hold the piece of wood in place, balance it on there. I'm going to use some Sikaflex, which I'll just take a picture of, and balance the wood on there and then screw it through to hold it in place and strengthen the wall there. Piece of wood which I'd cut that fits in the space, and I'm just going to put some Sikaflex on the surface here and then screw it through. That's one marking point where a screw will go. And that's the Sikaflex I've got. That's the plugs fitted. I need to fill the hole to the right here. And on the back, the piece of wood is stuck with Sikaflex and 4 screws are holding it in place. There was a slight dip at the bottom of the shower tray where it joins the wall on the back edge there, so I've just put some Sikaflex along that seam as well. And this is the wood fill I'm going to use to fill the hole. Because I had some slight leakage of water through the grouting of the tiles, the outer surface of the oak veneer to the MDF had come away in a few places, so I tried some varnish there, but then I've gone and used some wood hardener onto the MDF where the oak veneers come away, and I just need to fill the areas and sand the areas down. Try run of the rear facing board. It's going to need a little bit more cutting off down the edge at the left hand side and a fraction off at the bottom where it's rubbing on the shower tray. So I filled the areas in the shower where MDF was showing, that's medium density fibreboard was showing between the sandwich of oak veneer. I'm going to use a tanking kit now by Everbuild called Aquaseal. I'm going to use this tanking kit. It's by a company called Everbuild. It's several stages to it, the first of which is called a tanking primer stage. I think the stuff is just like PVA glue, but as it says in the instructions, you apply it by brush to porous and semi-porous surfaces. It's like PVA glue, it's white in colour. I've got my brush and I'm just going to get on with it. You start from the bottom and work your way up the walls. Stage 2 in the process, after you've done the tanking primer, is to apply self-adhesive tanking tape. Now you apply this tape to the edge between the shower and the wall, shower base and the wall, and then you apply it also up the corners in the shower. There are some nice videos on YouTube showing you how to do this. This Everbuild system came with some tanking tape, but before I actually bought this system from Everbuild, I got something called No More Leaks, which I'm just going to get and show you now. This system in a box is called No More Leaks. It is actually tape to go between the shower and the wall, shower base and the wall, and it also has pre-formed corner pieces. So depending which kit you buy, I bought the larger kit. You get these pre-formed corner pieces that sit in the corners. There's peel off sticky back plastic, It's a bit like sticky back plastic. It just peels off. Just peels off on the bottom there. And so you apply the corners first. You must overlap the tape by 20 centimetres. And you always start at the bottom and work your way up. So I'll do the shower base to the wall after I've done the corners first, so I can overlap the corners, and then I shall use the tape from the Everbuild kit to go up the walls, and also put some tape across where the pipes are going to go through the walls for the shower, fitting the hot and cold water supply as well. So this is the no more leak system. No more leaks. And this is a corner piece which goes in the corner down here. It's got a peel off sticky back to it, but that's how it'll be when it's finished. So that's the no more leaks corner in place. So I've applied the no more leaks tape round the edge of the shower, between the shower base and the wall, all the way round there. I've now got a big roll of tape, this roll of tape here, and what I'm going to do is to put it in the corners. I've just kind of unravelled it and dumped it on the floor, but it's going to go up down the seams of the walls in the corners, each of the two corners. So this tape here now kind of goes down the edge in the corner like that, all the way down, and stuck to the wall. It's got a peel off backing paper to it, which you can stick to the wall. So I've gone and applied the sealing tape to the edges, the corners, where the two pieces of wood meet. Bit of a fiddly job, but that's the corners done. The next part is to paint the waterproof paint in place. I've also gone and put some extra tape across where the shower pipes will come through the wall in this area, and there's going to be a switch in that area for controlling the shower pump to pump out the water from the shower tray. So let's say we're doing stage 3 now, the tanking membrane. You apply one coat horizontally and the second coat vertically. Make sure that they're fully dry between coats, minimum of at least 6 hours. And that's the tanking membrane in the container. Doesn't say whether you should stir it or not, so I'll just have a look at it and get it on, painting it with a brush. That's the first coat of tanking membrane, a kind of rubberized paint. I was hoping it might be a bit, well, it is thick stuff, but I was hoping it might be a bit more dense when it's gone on. But that's the first coat, done horizontally, so you brush out horizontally. Second coat's got to be done with brush strokes vertically. So that's the second coat of the tanking membrane applied. The walls look a bit better covered now. I'm trying to go right up to the ceiling, along the ceiling edges. I'd left the other first coat overnight to dry. I think it takes about 6 hours in reality to dry. There is a bit of a pong which can make you feel, well, in my case it makes me feel a little bit nauseous. So I shall leave it there for the time being. So thank you very much for watching the second instalment on my Narrowboat shower refurbishment. In the third and final part, I will be at long last fitting the shower wall boards. This took a little bit of final adjustment. I then had to get involved with plumbing in the new shower fittings, new pipework, isolation valves, new thermostatic shower control, new shower head, sealing round the shower boards with silicone sealant, and then a big issue was that the shower door was too wide for the opening, and that took quite a bit of an adjustment. Anyway, hope to see you in part 3. Thank you.